Welcome! This is a ShortPoint product lesson focused on helping you build gorgeous SharePoint sites using templates from our demos library. My name is Yvette from ShortPoint, and I am excited to demonstrate how easy it is to design an intranet page with ShortPoint. To begin with, let me show you the two editing interfaces in ShortPoint. Upon adding a ShortPoint web part, you will be brought to the Wireframe builder, which is an outline-based design experience. A section design element that is blue and a row with one column that is purple are added to your page by default. These are the building blocks of the ShortPoint page. You will also find an info and text design element which are used to highlight how you can begin editing a ShortPoint web part. Now press this button on the page settings bar to switch to Visual Builder. Visual Builder gives you an output-based what you see is what you get design experience. Here, you will see in real time how your page will look like while you are working on it. Design elements are highlighted with a tag around the content. You can build your page from scratch with whichever interface you wish to use, but a quicker solution is to take advantage of ready-made page designs from our demos library. Our demos library is accessible by clicking this button from the page settings bar. This will bring you to a website that is built purely with ShortPoint in SharePoint. It contains a collection of design templates for whole pages, sections of a page, design elements, and more. It is easy to copy a whole page design in Demos library. Go to the design you intend to use and click Copy Page. The page contents are copied into your clipboard and are ready to paste in a ShortPoint web part. You can also choose to copy just a section of a page. Activate the Allow to Copy Parts toggle and you will find that the copy button for each section is enabled. Click Copy on the section you want to use and you are all set. To paste your copied template in Wireframe Builder, all you need to do is click the ellipses button. A list of other actions will appear in a drop-down including Paste Page, which we will press. This will insert the contents of the page you just copied below the section. You can also press right-click within the ShortPoint web part to open the context menu. Select Paste Page and the page you copied from our demos library will be inserted. The layout of the page, design elements used, customized settings, and default content are all copied from the demos library. However, the theme and color palette of the page are not included. Now you can proceed to edit the page according to the content you wish to present. Each design element has a number of action buttons you can use. Hit the gear icon to open the Design Element Settings window. Here, you can edit content, adjust settings, and make further customizations. To replace content in this slideshow's design element, go to the Items tab and replace the default content. You can preview how your content will appear and click Update to save your changes. Delete design elements you do not intend to use by pressing the trash icon. You can also insert additional design elements by clicking this black button and choosing from Page Builder. You can add a new column by clicking this purple button. You can also add a new row or an entirely new section. Now let us paste a design template in Visual Builder. Start by clicking an Easy Pass tag to show the action buttons on a section design element. Press the ellipses button and select Paste Page in the drop-down. The context menu option is also available. Just right-click within the ShortPoint web part and select Paste Page from the context menu drop-down. In Visual Builder, you will immediately see a preview of the copied content on the page. To start editing and customizing the content and settings of a design element, click the Easy Pass tag to access its action buttons in the active mode, or right-click to get the context menu. If you select an item by mistake, just click outside of the design element to exit. Open the settings window by pressing the gear icon. This is where you can replace content and modify design settings according to what you need. For tiles, you can go to the Items tab and make changes to the default content. Notice that you can view your changes immediately on your page. Click the check button when you are finished. Delete design elements by pressing the trash icon. And if you need to add more content, you can click the Add Section blue button and the Add Row or Column purple button. You can also add design elements directly by clicking this black Insert button. When editing text in Visual Builder, double-click on the text field to activate the text editor. Then go ahead and place your content. Manage spacing within and between design elements with the Hot Action feature. Select the design element you want to edit and hover your cursor at the top, bottom, or sides where you want to make some adjustments. Once you get a drag cursor, press and drag to increase or decrease spacing. Notice that you can see the exact pixel size of the margin or padding as you modify them. If you want to get equal spacing on opposite sides, press the pin icon beside the pixel size. In both Wireframe and Visual Builder, you have the Page Settings bar at the bottom of the screen. It contains several buttons that trigger varying functionalities. Save your edits and customizations by pressing the Save button. And if you want to dismiss the changes you made from the last saved session, hit the Discard button. You also have the option to remove all contents in your ShortPoint web part. Press the trash icon on the Page Settings bar to start from a blank slate. That's it! You have a whole collection of page, section, and design element templates at your fingertips. Grab what you need and achieve the page design you always wanted to create. If you want to know more about our copy and paste functionality, as well as other product features, please go to our knowledge base or submit a support request at support.shortpoint.com. Thank you!